Buddhism is one of the oldest and deepest spiritual traditions worldwide. It holds a lot of wisdom and teachings that can help us become better people and gain the respect of others. In this video, we'll explore 20 valuable lessons from Buddhism that can inspire you to develop qualities like respect, compassion, and inner peace. These lessons aren't just for Buddhists. They're for anyone who wants personal growth, harmony, and respect in life. We'll break down each lesson and show you how to apply it in your daily life. The teachings of Buddhism are simple yet profound, making them useful for everyone. As we go through these lessons, you'll learn practical strategies for personal transformation and earning respect from those around you. Lesson number 1: the power of respect. Respect is like the golden thread that weaves through the fabric of Buddhist teachings, binding individuals in a harmonious tapestry of mutual understanding and dignity. In the vast expanse of Buddhist philosophy, respect isn't merely a superficial gesture. It is a profound recognition of the inherent worth and interconnectedness of all beings. At its core, respect in Buddhism begins with oneself. Self-respect lays the foundation for how we interact with the world around us. When we cultivate a deep sense of respect for ourselves, honoring our strengths, acknowledging our flaws with compassion, and embracing our intrinsic value, we radiate a quiet confidence that commands respect from others. But respect in Buddhism extends far beyond the boundaries of self. It encompasses an expansive ethos of reverence for all living beings, recognizing the inherent dignity and interconnectedness that binds us together in the intricate web of existence. Each individual, regardless of their background, status, or beliefs, is regarded with equal reverence and compassion. One of the fundamental teachings of Buddhism is the principle of ahimsa, or non-violence. Ahimsa teaches us to abstain from causing harm to any living being, both through our actions and our words. When we embody ahimsa in our interactions, we demonstrate respect for the sanctity of life in all its forms, from the tiniest insect to the mightiest elephant. Moreover, respect in Buddhism is synonymous with mindfulness, the practice of cultivating present-moment awareness and deep attentiveness to our thoughts, words, and actions. Through mindfulness, we develop the capacity to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively, allowing us to respond to situations with clarity, compassion, and respect. Another pivotal aspect of respect in Buddhism is the practice of metta, or loving kindness. Metta entails cultivating an open-hearted attitude of benevolence and goodwill towards all beings, regardless of their circumstances or behavior. By extending boundless love and compassion to others, we create an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding that transcends differences and fosters unity. Lesson number 2: cultivating compassion. Compassion lies at the heart of Buddhist teachings, serving as a guiding light, illuminating the path to enlightenment and liberation from suffering. Rooted in the profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings, compassion is the wellspring from which all virtuous qualities, such as love, kindness, and empathy, arise. Central to the Buddhist concept of compassion is the recognition of the universality of suffering. According to the Four Noble Truths, suffering is an inherent part of the human condition, arising from our attachment to transient phenomena and our ignorance of the true nature of reality. Through the practice of compassion, we acknowledge the suffering of others with deep empathy and a genuine desire to alleviate their pain. The cultivation of compassion begins with the development of loving kindness, metta, an unconditional and boundless love that extends to all beings without discrimination. Metta involves generating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards oneself and others, fostering an atmosphere of harmony and interconnectedness. One of the most profound expressions of compassion in Buddhism is the practice of bodhicitta, the altruistic aspiration to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Bodhicitta embodies the selfless commitment to work tirelessly for the welfare and liberation of others, transcending the narrow confines of self-interest and ego. Moreover, compassion in Buddhism is not merely a sentiment, but a transformative force that impels us to engage actively in the alleviation of suffering in the world. Through acts of kindness, generosity, and service, we embody the spirit of compassion and contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and just society. The practice of compassion also entails cultivating the quality of empathy, the ability to understand and share in the feelings and experiences of others. By stepping into the shoes of others and viewing the world from their perspective, we develop a deep sense of connection and solidarity that transcends differences and fosters genuine understanding. Lesson number 3. Embracing impermanence. In the tapestry of existence, impermanence is the immutable thread that binds all phenomena, reminding us of the fleeting nature of life and the inevitability of change. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the contemplation of impermanence serves as a powerful catalyst for awakening, liberating us from the shackles of attachment and leading us towards a deeper understanding of reality. At its core, impermanence refers to the transient and ever-changing nature of all conditioned phenomena. Whether it be the rise and fall of nations, the changing seasons, or the ephemeral nature of our own lives, impermanence is a universal truth that pervades every aspect of existence. The recognition of impermanence serves as a potent antidote to the delusion of permanence, dispelling the illusion of security and stability that often underlies our attachment to worldly possessions, relationships, and identities. By embracing impermanence with wisdom and equanimity, we cultivate a sense of detachment and non-clinging that liberates us from suffering and leads to greater peace and contentment. Moreover, the contemplation of impermanence fosters a profound appreciation for the present moment, encouraging us to savor each experience fully and to cherish the beauty and richness of life as it unfolds. Rather than lamenting the passing of time or clinging to memories of the past, we learn to embrace the ever-changing flux of existence with open hearts and minds. Lesson number 4. Letting go of attachments. In the journey of life, attachment is like a heavy burden that weighs us down, preventing us from experiencing true freedom and happiness. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of letting go of attachments, vairagya, is a transformative process that liberates us from the cycle of craving and aversion, leading to greater peace, contentment, and spiritual awakening. At its core, attachment arises from the mistaken belief that our happiness and well-being depend on external conditions or objects. Whether it be material possessions, relationships, or achievements, attachment blinds us to the inherent impermanence and unsatisfactoriness of all worldly phenomena, leading to suffering and dissatisfaction. The practice of letting go of attachments begins with the cultivation of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment or attachment. Through mindfulness, we develop the capacity to observe the arising and passing away of our desires and attachments with clarity and equanimity, enabling us to break free from their grip and to live with greater ease and freedom. Moreover, letting go of attachments requires us to cultivate the quality of detachment, the ability to remain equanimous and unaffected by the fluctuations of life. By relinquishing our attachment to specific outcomes or expectations, we open ourselves to the fullness of the present moment and to the infinite possibilities that arise when we release our grasp on the past and future. Lesson number 5. Practicing non-violence. In the tapestry of Buddhist ethics, non-violence, ahimsa, stands as a guiding principle, illuminating the path towards peace, compassion, and harmony. Rooted in the profound recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings, the practice of non-violence is not merely the absence of physical harm, but a profound commitment to cultivating kindness, compassion, and empathy in our thoughts, words, and actions. At its core, non-violence in Buddhism entails abstaining from causing harm to any living being, both through our actions and our intentions. This includes refraining from physical violence, verbal abuse, and harmful thoughts that contribute to the suffering of others. By cultivating an attitude of non-violence, we create an atmosphere of safety, trust, and respect that fosters genuine connection and understanding. Moreover, the practice of non-violence extends beyond our interactions with others to encompass all aspects of our lives, including our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. This entails treating ourselves with kindness and compassion, nurturing a sense of inner peace and harmony that radiates outward to others. One of the most profound expressions of non-violence in Buddhism is the practice of loving kindness, an unconditional and boundless love that extends to all beings without discrimination. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards ourselves and others, we create an atmosphere of love and acceptance that transcends differences and fosters unity. Lesson number 6. Cultivating. Gratitude gratitudi is like sunshine for the soul, illuminating the darkest corners of our hearts and filling us with a deep sense of joy, contentment, and connection. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of cultivating gratitude is a transformative process that opens our hearts to the abundance and beauty of life, enabling us to find joy and fulfillment in even the simplest of moments. At its core, gratitude in Buddhism is not merely a fleeting emotion or sentiment, but a profound recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings and the countless blessings that enrich our lives each day. It is an attitude of appreciation and thankfulness that arises from a deep understanding of the impermanent and precious nature of existence. The practice of cultivating gratitude begins with mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without judgment or attachment. Through mindfulness, we develop the capacity to recognize and appreciate the countless blessings that surround us each day, from the warmth of the sun on our skin to the kindness of a stranger's smile. Moreover, cultivating gratitude entails cultivating the quality of contentment, the ability to find joy and fulfillment in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. By letting go of the constant craving for more and embracing the richness of the here and now, we discover a profound sense of peace and contentment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of material possessions or achievements. Lesson number 7. Developing patience and tolerance. Patience and tolerance are like the sturdy pillars that support the temple of inner peace and harmony. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the cultivation of patience and tolerance is a transformative process that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and equanimity. At its core, patience in Buddhism entails the capacity to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, to endure hardship with fortitude and acceptance, and to persevere in the pursuit of our goals and aspirations. It is a virtue that arises from a deep understanding of the impermanent and ever-changing nature of existence, allowing us to respond to life's ups and downs with mindfulness and wisdom. Moreover, Patience in Buddhism is closely intertwined with the practice of tolerance, the ability to accept and embrace the diversity of human experience, to respect the beliefs and perspectives of others, and to cultivate a spirit of inclusivity and understanding. By embracing tolerance, we create an atmosphere of harmony and cooperation that transcends differences and fosters genuine connection and empathy. One of the most profound expressions of patience and tolerance in Buddhism is the practice of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, we create an atmosphere of acceptance and compassion that transcends barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Lesson number 8. Understanding impermanence and the transient nature of life. In the tapestry of existence, impermanence is the immutable thread that binds all phenomena, reminding us of the fleeting nature of life and the inevitability of change. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the contemplation of impermanence serves as a powerful catalyst for awakening, liberating us from the shackles of attachment and leading us towards a deeper understanding of reality. At its core, impermanence refers to the transient and ever-changing nature of all conditioned phenomena. Whether it be the rise and fall of nations, the changing seasons, or the ephemeral nature of our own lives, impermanence is a universal truth that pervades every aspect of existence. The recognition of impermanence serves as a potent antidote to the delusion of permanence, dispelling the illusion of security and stability that often underlies our attachment to worldly possessions, relationships, and identities. By embracing impermanence with wisdom and equanimity, we cultivate a sense of detachment and non-clinging that liberates us from suffering and leads to greater peace and contentment. Moreover, the contemplation of impermanence fosters a profound appreciation for the present moment, encouraging us to savor each experience fully and to cherish the beauty and richness of life as it unfolds. Rather than lamenting the passing of time or clinging to memories of the past, we learn to embrace the ever-changing flux of existence with open hearts and minds. Lesson number 9. Embracing forgiveness and letting go of resentment. Forgiveness is the gentle rain that washes away the stains of anger and resentment, nourishing the soil of the heart and allowing new seeds of love and compassion to take root. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of embracing forgiveness is a transformative process that liberates us from the burden of past grievances and opens the door to healing, reconciliation, and inner peace. At its core, forgiveness in Buddhism entails letting go of the desire for revenge or retaliation and choosing instead to respond to harm with compassion and understanding. It is an act of courage and wisdom that arises from a deep recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings and the understanding that holding on to resentment only perpetuates suffering and binds us to the past. Moreover, forgiveness in Buddhism is not merely a transactional process of pardoning wrongdoings. Rather, it is a profound act of self-love and compassion that liberates both the forgiver and the forgiven from the cycle of suffering. By releasing ourselves from the grip of anger and resentment, we create space in our hearts for love, joy, and inner peace to flourish. One of the most profound expressions of forgiveness in Buddhism is the practice of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, we create an atmosphere of acceptance and compassion that transcends barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Lesson number 10. Living with integrity and ethical conduct. Integrity is the compass that guides us through the moral complexities of life, anchoring us in the principles of honesty, sincerity, and ethical conduct. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the cultivation of integrity is a transformative process that aligns our thoughts, words, and actions with the noble ideals of truth, virtue, and compassion. At its core, integrity in Buddhism entails living in accordance with the principles of the Eightfold Path, a comprehensive framework for ethical and spiritual development. This includes cultivating right speech, right action, and right livelihood, and embodying the principles of non-harming, honesty, and compassion in all aspects of our lives. Moreover, integrity in Buddhism is not merely a matter of external behavior or conformity to societal norms. Rather, it is a deeply personal commitment to living with authenticity and moral courage. It is about being true to ourselves and honoring the inherent dignity and worth of all beings, regardless of their status or circumstances. One of the most profound expressions of integrity in Buddhism is the practice of sila, moral discipline and ethical conduct. By adhering to the precepts of non-harming, honesty, and compassion, we create a foundation of trust, respect, and integrity that fosters genuine connection and harmony in our relationships and communities. Lesson number 11. Embracing the wisdom of non-judgment and acceptance. Non-judgment and acceptance are like the gentle breeze that carries away the clouds of bias and prejudice, revealing the clear sky of our true nature. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of embracing non-judgment and acceptance is a transformative process that liberates us from the chains of dualistic thinking and opens the door to profound insight, compassion, and inner peace. At its core, non-judgment in Buddhism entails suspending our tendency to categorize and label experiences as good or bad, right or wrong, and instead cultivating a spacious and open-hearted attitude of acceptance towards all phenomena. It is an act of radical acceptance that arises from a deep recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings and the understanding that all phenomena are inherently empty of inherent existence. Moreover, non-judgment in Buddhism is not about denying the validity of our perceptions or turning a blind eye to injustice or suffering. Rather, it is about recognizing the limitations of our conditioned mind and cultivating a spirit of curiosity, openness, and humility towards the richness and diversity of human experience. One of the most profound expressions of non-judgment in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop the capacity to observe the arising and passing away of our judgments and biases with clarity and equanimity, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. Lesson number 12. Finding balance between assertiveness and gentleness. Finding balance between assertiveness and gentleness is like walking a tightrope, navigating the delicate dance between strength and softness, with grace and skill. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the cultivation of this balance is a transformative process that enables us to navigate the complexities of human relationships with wisdom, compassion, and integrity. At its core, assertiveness in Buddhism entails the ability to express our needs, desires, and boundaries with clarity and confidence without resorting to aggression or manipulation. It is about standing firm in our convictions and values, while also remaining open to the perspectives and feelings of others. Moreover, assertiveness in Buddhism is not about dominating or controlling others. Rather, it is about fostering mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation in our interactions. It is about recognizing our inherent worth and dignity as individuals, while also honoring the inherent worth and dignity of others. One of the most profound expressions of assertiveness in Buddhism is the practice of wise speech, the skillful use of words to convey our intentions and feelings with clarity and compassion. By cultivating wise speech, we create a foundation of trust, respect, and understanding in our relationships, enabling us to communicate authentically and effectively with others. Lesson number 13. Being present and attentive in all interactions. Being present and attentive in all interactions is like offering a precious gift of presence, enriching our connections with others and deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of mindfulness in interpersonal relationships is a transformative process that cultivates genuine connection, empathy, and compassion. At its core, being present and attentive in all interactions entails cultivating the quality of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. It is about showing up fully in each moment with an open heart and a receptive mind, and offering our undivided attention to the people and experiences before us. Moreover, being present and attentive in all interactions is not merely a matter of passively listening or observing. Rather, it is about actively engaging with others with curiosity, kindness, and empathy. It is about tuning into the needs and feelings of others and responding with sensitivity and compassion to their joys and sorrows. One of the most profound expressions of being present and attentive in all interactions is the practice of deep listening, the art of listening with full attention and empathy, without interrupting or judging. By cultivating deep listening, we create a space of trust and understanding in our relationships and foster genuine connection and intimacy with others. Lesson number 14. Offering kindness and support to others. Offering kindness and support to others is like planting seeds of love and compassion, nourishing the soil of the human heart and fostering growth, healing, and transformation. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of generosity and altruism is a transformative process that cultivates joy, connection, and meaning in our lives. At its core, offering kindness and support to others entails cultivating the quality of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. It is about extending feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, without discrimination or expectation of reward. Moreover, offering kindness and support to others is not merely a matter of giving material assistance or financial aid. Rather, it is about offering the gift of presence, empathy, and compassion to those in need. It is about showing up for others in times of joy and sorrow, and offering a listening ear, a comforting embrace, or a helping hand as needed. One of the most profound expressions of offering kindness and support to others is the practice of bodhisattva, the altruistic aspiration to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. By cultivating the bodhisattva spirit, we commit ourselves to working tirelessly for the welfare and liberation of others, and to alleviating the suffering of all beings with boundless love and compassion. Lesson number 15. Recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every being. Recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every being is like polishing a gem, revealing its radiant beauty and preciousness. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of honoring the intrinsic value of all beings is a transformative process that fosters compassion, respect, and reverence for the sanctity of life. At its core, recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every being entails cultivating the quality of equanimity, the ability to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the fundamental humanity and interconnectedness of all beings. It is about treating each individual with respect, kindness, and compassion, regardless of their background, status, or beliefs. Moreover, recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every being is not merely a matter of intellectual understanding. Rather, it is about embodying the spirit of compassion and empathy in our thoughts, words, and actions. It is about recognizing the unique gifts and contributions of each individual and honoring their inherent worth and dignity with humility and reverence. One of the most profound expressions of recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every being is the practice of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, we create an atmosphere of acceptance and compassion that transcends barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Lesson number 16. Fostering a sense of interconnectedness and unity. Fostering a sense of interconnectedness and unity is like weaving a tapestry, connecting the threads of our lives and experiences into a beautiful and harmonious whole. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of recognizing our interdependence with all beings is a transformative process that fosters compassion, empathy, and solidarity across boundaries of race, religion, and nationality. At its core, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and unity entails cultivating the quality of wisdom, the understanding that all beings are interconnected and interdependent, and that our actions have far-reaching consequences that affect the well-being of others. It is about recognizing the web of relationships that sustain us and honoring our responsibility to care for and support one another with kindness and compassion. Moreover, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and unity is not merely a matter of intellectual understanding. Rather, it is about embodying the spirit of compassion and empathy in our thoughts, words, and actions. It is about recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all beings and treating each individual with respect, kindness, and compassion, regardless of their background or beliefs. One of the most profound expressions of fostering a sense of interconnectedness and unity is the practice of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, we create an atmosphere of acceptance and compassion that transcends barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Lesson number 17. Cultivating humility and openness to learning. Cultivating humility and openness to learning is like tending to the soil of the mind, preparing it to receive the seeds of wisdom and insight. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of humility is a transformative process that fosters receptivity, curiosity, and growth, enabling us to approach life with humility and an open heart. At its core, humility in Buddhism entails recognizing the limitations of our knowledge and understanding and acknowledging that we are all students on the path of learning and self-discovery. It is about letting go of the need to be right or to have all the answers, and instead embracing the wisdom that comes from a spirit of openness and curiosity. Moreover, humility in Buddhism is not about self-deprecation or low self-esteem. Rather, it is about recognizing our inherent worth and dignity as human beings, while also acknowledging our imperfections and limitations. It is about approaching life with a sense of humility and reverence, honoring the wisdom of those who have come before us, and remaining open to the lessons that life has to teach us. One of the most profound expressions of humility in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop the capacity to observe ourselves and the world around us with clarity and equanimity, enabling us to approach life with humility and an open heart. Lesson number 18. Cultivating equanimity in the face of life's challenges. Cultivating equanimity in the face of life's challenges is like navigating the stormy seas with calm and steady resolve, anchored in the deep waters of inner peace and wisdom. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of equanimity is a transformative process that enables us to remain balanced and centered amidst the ups and downs of life, and to respond to adversity with grace, resilience, and clarity. At its core, equanimity in Buddhism entails cultivating a sense of balance and inner peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. It is about developing the capacity to remain calm and composed in the face of life's challenges, and to respond to both joy and sorrow with equanimity and mindfulness. Moreover, equanimity in Buddhism is not about suppressing or denying our emotions. Rather, it is about developing a spacious and compassionate heart that can hold the full range of human experience with grace and acceptance. It is about recognizing that life is inherently unpredictable and impermanent, and that true peace and happiness come from within, independent of external conditions. One of the most profound expressions of equanimity in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop the capacity to observe the arising and passing away of our emotions with clarity and equanimity, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. Lesson number 19. Embracing the power of compassion and empathy. Embracing the power of compassion and empathy is like unlocking the gates to the heart, allowing the light of kindness and understanding to illuminate the darkest corners of our world. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of compassion and empathy is a transformative process that fosters connection, healing, and transformation, both within ourselves and in the world around us. At its core, compassion in Buddhism entails recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all beings, and responding to their suffering with kindness, empathy, and a sincere desire to alleviate their pain. It is about cultivating a heart that is open and receptive to the joys and sorrows of others, and that responds to their struggles with warmth, understanding, and support. Moreover, compassion in Buddhism is not merely a passive sentiment or feeling. Rather, it is an active and engaged response to the suffering of others, rooted in a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. It is about recognizing that the well-being of others is intimately connected to our own, and that true happiness and fulfillment come from serving the welfare of others with kindness and compassion. One of the most profound expressions of compassion in Buddhism is the practice of metta, loving kindness towards oneself and others. By cultivating feelings of warmth, goodwill, and benevolence towards all beings, we create an atmosphere of acceptance and compassion that transcends barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Lesson number 20. Cultivating joy and gratitude in everyday life. Cultivating joy and gratitude in everyday life is like tending to a garden, nurturing the seeds of happiness and contentment that lie within us all. Rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, the practice of joy and gratitude is a transformative process that enables us to find beauty, richness, and meaning in even the simplest of moments. At its core, joy in Buddhism arises from a deep appreciation for the present moment and a recognition of the inherent richness and beauty of life. It is about cultivating a heart that is open and receptive to the joys and wonders of the world, and that finds happiness and fulfillment in the here and now, regardless of external circumstances. Moreover, joy in Buddhism is not dependent on external factors such as wealth, status, or success. Rather, it arises from a deep sense of contentment and gratitude for the blessings that surround us each day. It is about recognizing the countless gifts and opportunities that life presents us with and embracing them with open arms and an open heart. One of the most profound expressions of joy and gratitude in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, the awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment or attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop the capacity to savor each moment fully and to recognize the beauty and richness of life that is always available to us, no matter where we are or what we are doing. In the journey through these 20 Buddhist lessons, we have traversed the profound teachings of compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom that form the bedrock of the Buddhist tradition. Each lesson serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path towards greater understanding, peace, and fulfillment in our lives. From the practice of mindfulness and compassion to the cultivation of joy and gratitude, these lessons offer practical wisdom and timeless insights that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. They remind us of the interconnectedness of all beings, the impermanent nature of existence, and the transformative power of love and kindness. As we integrate these teachings into our lives, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, guided by the wisdom of the Buddha and the countless generations of practitioners who have walked this path before us. We learn to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity, and to cultivate a heart that is open and receptive to the joys and sorrows of the world. Ultimately, these lessons invite us to awaken to the beauty and richness of life that is always available to us, no matter where we are or what we are doing. They remind us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external achievements or possessions, but from cultivating a sense of inner peace, contentment, and compassion that radiates outward to others. As we bring these teachings into our daily lives, may we find the courage to embrace the fullness of our humanity and the wisdom to live with compassion, integrity, and grace. May we walk this path with humility and an open heart, and may we be a source of light and inspiration to all beings, now and for generations to come. Please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends and family. Your support means a lot as we continue this journey together. Stay inspired and see you in the next video.